Hey guys, Damon Eddy with PlayYourPartWell.com. Thank you so much for watching this tune-up. Look, I'm not going to be long today. I just want to get to the point. I'm kind of hyped up a little bit. We had our Tuesday night men's group, which I get to host. And one of the things that we were studying, we're going over the third year of men's fraternity, The Great Adventure. And it was a powerful, powerful night. There's a couple things that were talked about in the group that Robert Lewis referenced, and he kind of quoted from other people and how we are as men and how we should be. And one of the things that he talks about in men, our deepest desire is the knowledge for right direction. We want to know which way to head. We want to know deep down inside how we should be living our life. He then talked about that there's nothing worse than a man who lives his life without aim. And then he also made a reference to Stephen Covey's book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, where he talked about to start with the end in mind. How do you want your life to finish out? How do you want it to be? And then live a life that's parallel, that is taking you down that path. Now, why I want to be quick with this is, how well is your aim? Because what I see a lot of guys in my group, I gave them a challenge to get a goal book. This is a goal book. This is mine right here. I don't think too many of the guys got it. And I want to ask you, do you have a goal book? If you have a goal book, if you have stuff written down, you know how powerful it is. If you do not, I want to encourage you to do it. Because look, there's a couple things that you need to do as a Christian. Number one is you need to pray. You need to be praying. That should be number one. Then you need to be reading your playbook. You need to be opening up your Bible and seeing how it is that you need to be living your life, what plays you need to run in your life. And then what I think you need to do, if you want to be effective, if you want to get it done, if you truly want to live your life with aim and purpose, I think you need to get a goal book and you need to write it down. Let's say, for example, you're struggling in your marriage. Your marriage isn't going that great and you're like, oh, I don't know what's going on, this and that. Well, you know what? Why don't you pick up a book, figure out how you need to be as a husband, and then put it in your goal book. For example, I have right here, one of my goals is best husband possible. I have my reasons for why I need to be a good husband. And I have who I need to become, different things. I need to be supportive, loving, giving, kind, affectionate, helpful, good listener. And then I have new habits that I need to do. I need to do a date night every week, and I've been flaking on that. My wife will probably watch this. I need to share my thoughts daily. I need to give her 100% attention daily, where I'm just focused on her. Those different things, because her love language is quality time. I have in here incredible father. And why do I need to be an incredible father? And I put in here so they can have a wonderful example for their lives, being able to do and touch more lives because of that. You see, I want to build them up. Who I need to become. I need to be patient, encouraging, a better teacher. I said I need to see more through their eyes, realizing they are still learning. New habits that I have for being a good father is I need to put to bed and wake them up with incredible love and joy. Be positive. Create memories with them and daily spend time with them one-on-one. These are different things. Now you may look at this and you're like, wow, man, I don't need to put that down in the book. I don't need to write it down. Really? You really don't? Because what I see is a lot of guys that are struggling in their marriage. I see a lot of guys that aren't being great parents. And I think I'm a pretty good husband. I think I'm a pretty good parent. You know what? But if I'm not looking at this, if I'm not referencing this, okay, there'll be 2 or 3 days where I may be a jerk to my wife. There'll be 2 or 3 days or a week to where I'm not creating any memories with my kids. But the fact that I have it written down and I'm looking at it is going to make it on my mind. It's going to be there. And I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to look at this in the morning. I'm going to say, you know what? I wasn't great to my kids last night or yesterday. I put them to bed with anger, and then I can apologize for it. So look, guys, I guess my point is that this is a very simple thing. It's not hard to do. You need to be praying, as I said. You need to be reading your Bible, and then you need to buy an empty journal. And you need to look at your life. You need to look at your spiritual life. How are you going to live your life as a Christian? Put it in here. Okay? How are you going to be as a husband? How are you going to be as a parent? Different career goals that you want to have. If you want to go on mission trips, whatever it is, write it down. I want to go on a mission trip by the time I'm 38. How am I going to do it? Different things. You need to write it down. And I'm telling you, if you're watching this video and you do this, you know how powerful it is. And if you're watching this video and like, wow, that's a great idea, I don't need to do that, well, then I don't think I can do much for you. I don't think you probably need to be turning the video off and not watching this, you know. But like I said, I see a lot of guys, I meet with a lot of guys are calling me, and they're saying their marriage is in trouble, they're not being the parent they want to be. And I really think, you know, I give them a first step. And again, I always say you should be praying, you should be reading your Bible, but then I say, you know, get a journal and let's try to figure out, let's write in here what a good husband looks like, what your wife needs. And you know what? If they can't buy the journal, if they don't take the time to go to the store and they don't take the time to put stuff in here, forget it. Forget it. You know, until you can do that first step, until you can take that first step. So look, I know I went way longer than I wanted to go here, but I'm not sure what you're struggling with. I'm not sure what addictions you may be going through, if your marriage is going down the drain, you know, whatever it is, if your career, if you're not liking your career, you need to go to prayer, you need to open up your Bible, and you need to start to really think about and start to write it down. Because I'm telling you, once you write it down, once you get it down in here, you're going to have that direction, you're going to have that aim. And look, how do you want to end your life? And then you start writing stuff down that heads you down that path. So I know I kind of hammered this a little too long, but I thought I would do this because it's after men's group, and I'm always so hyped up after men's group. It's incredible. So thank you so much for watching this 6 minute, 7 minute, I don't know how long tune-up it is, at playyourpartwell.com.